this may be, I think it is as close as anyone has been to Whitney Young after one quarter all year.
Corey Irvin's team 25-0 coming into this game. The two teams combined shooting in that first quarter 5 out of 27. Whitney Young 13 rebounds in that opening quarter. 6 of them were offensive. They had a lot of chances for offensive rebounds. Morgan Park with the ball to start the second quarter.
He gave up the baseline.
Nunn drives, couldn't hit. Hillsman had the rebound in her hands, but it was last touched by Tammy Russell.
You cannot give up the baseline, Jim. When you give up the baseline, you're asking for trouble. Nunn could not convert on the easy layup.
Janae Thompson off the screen. Turned it over. Up the floor. Goodman drives. Lays it in, got fouled. Morgan Park can get to within one.
The sophomore Goodman with the steal. And again, Jim, attack, attack, attack. You attack that basket, good things happen.
Goodman 0 for 2 from the line so far. Every point huge in this game for Morgan Park. Couldn't finish the and one. What a rebound by Russell.
Yeah, Hillsman had to grab that basketball.
Deborah Jenkins. Nunn still looking for her first points in the game. Morgan Park can tie it here. Morgan Park being very patient. Here's the screen for Nunn, and she traveled with the basketball.
They did a nice job of setting the screen for her.
Alexis Lloyd looking inside and seeing nothing. Morgan Park staying in the zone. Fired inside. Nice pass. Layup. What a finish. Traveling. Lene Harper called for the travel.
Well, it was a great pass in the zone, Jim. You see a gap, but you'll see the travel. See, look the way they just right there. Now watch. See, there's your step. There's your step.
Morgan Park trying to tie. They do. It's all knotted up at 10. Shammy Goodman, the sophomore, her 4th point of the game. And it's all tied up at 10.
Well, we have a ball game.
And the longer you can hang around, the more you can make Whitney Young nervous.
Well, here it is again. He just go right up, and again, you're going to see Thompson trying to get the shot off, but she just couldn't get it up.
Deborah Jenkins picks up the foul. Jay Thompson, 2 out of 2 from the line today. Chance to give Whitney Young the lead. She does.
Yeah, Jim, I don't think anybody in the public league has been this close to Whitney Young all year.
Two free throws by Kentucky-bound Janae Thompson. And again, the made free throw is key because it sets up the press, but Morgan Park breaks it. Jenkins, double team, got rid of it. Nunn flipped it over to Russell. Boy, Nunn was ready to drive it. What defensively covered by Whitney Young, but it doesn't matter. Nunn knocks it in for her first 2 points. The game was tied at 12.
Boy, nice step back move by Nunn.
You can hear the commotion in the gym growing as Morgan Park stays right with Whitney Young. And that'll be a foul on the Mustangs.
And Jim, joining us is the Director of CPS Sports Administration, our buddy Calvin Davis. And Calvin, welcome to the game. And I also want to congratulate you on winning an award for concussions and the work you've done with CPS.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Kenny. It's something that was really necessary in the program this year with the new safety rules around concussions.
Yeah, I would have been at the award ceremony if I had known about it. You didn't invite me.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, it's always a pleasure for me to spend time with the Me TV crew, especially you guys, the basketball gurus.
Calvin, talk a little bit about the changes in what's happening, and it's happening in CPS, obviously, but it's happening all throughout Illinois high school sports. There's a much higher level of conscientiousness about head injuries.
Yes, it is, and I think it's very necessary because it's, an effort to preserve the long-term health of young people. And I think the more informed coaches are, the better our student-athletes will be served and will recognize things and will make sure they get the necessary medical attention.
Calvin, you have to really be excited about this basketball game. We're tied at 12, and no one has been able to hang with Whitney Young all year, but Morgan Park, they're not afraid.
They're not, and I'm very impressed with the effort that they're making today. And Kendall Nunn, the star, has gotten off to a slow start, but the others have stepped up.
Right here, you get a stop on defense.
Yes.
Calvin, you're going to be a busy guy. We're going to see a lot of you coming up here in the next month. We've got championship action starting on the boys' side here in another week or so, and obviously the team everybody's going to be talking about is Simeon, but there's a lot of good teams for Public League this year.
Yes, there is. There's a large group of teams who could come up with an upset, and Simeon certainly has to be on their toes throughout the city playoffs because anything can happen, Jim.
But if you don't mind, talk for a second about the job Robert Smith and the Wolverines have done, because they probably had, I think, even more hype about their team this year than in Derrick Rose years, and the kids have responded. They played very well, and they've kept focus on what's going on the floor.
I think there has been, a whole lot of attention around that team, and Robert Smith has done an outstanding job, and having Jabari Parker, the #1 player in the country, has certainly brought more attention to that team. And then the travel and the national recognition has just taken that program to another level.
Basket by Janae Thompson, and that gives Whitney Young back the lead at 14-12.
Yeah, she was able to get the baseline. And, of course, the semifinal a week from today, live here on BTV, will have a doubleheader, Calvin, and that will be two really good ball games no matter who is left. Once you get to the quarterfinals, which will be a week from today, you're going to have 4 good ball games, 8 good teams, and the final 2 games live here on BTV.
Yes, it's going to be some great action, Kenny, and we have so many Division I basketball players here in the Chicago Public League. No matter who makes it to that semifinal round, you're going to have 2 outstanding ball games that day.
Right, and the quarterfinal is going to be a week from today here at Chicago State, next door in the new gym. If people want to buy tickets, where can they go?
Well, we actually are going to have tickets available in advance, and people can call 773-535-8040 at the sports office and pick up tickets for those quarterfinal games, Kenny.
Can you repeat that number for us one more time?
That number again at the sports office is 773-535-8040, and tickets are available in advance.
Yeah, I think you should buy your tickets in advance because you're going to have 4 games a week from today next door at Chicago State. And there's a good chance Simeon's going to be in one of those 4 games.
There's a good chance Simeon could be there. There's a good chance Whitney Young, Curie, all of the #1 seeds, Marshall, or, there's so many good teams with Division I players and underclassmen.
Calvin, thanks so much for joining us. Always good to see you. And, make sure you take care of that Division I coach Pastor. Next couple of weeks.
But thank you guys for having me. You always do a great job.
Thanks. Hillsman with a nice putback.
Hillsman with 4 points in a row as Whitney Young has built up an 18-14 lead here with 3:19 to go in the second quarter. Deborah Jenkins puts it up in the corner. That jumper no good. And the rebound pulled off the glass by Renee Harper. Harper quickly up the floor. What a pass! And reverse slam. Lloyd couldn't finish. Rebound by Kiara Graves. And then Haldis ended up with the basketball. We get a whistle.
Jim, once Hillsman gets a little bit stronger and can control the basketball a little better, she's really, really going to be something.
Let's take a look at the last bucket by Hillsman, Kenny.
So here it is again. You see Harper through the double take, and she'll tell you that's a pass to Hillsman who puts it up. So when Hillsman can do things like that, control that basketball with her height, she gets her hands a little stronger, and if she can do that consistently, she's really going to be a special player.
Renee Harper just picked up her second foul. Kiara Graves on the line. She has an 84% free throw shot. Hit the front of the iron with that one. Haldis, bounce pass. Janae Thompson goes around Jenkins and kicked it out. Lloyd will have to reset. Lloyd open for a three. Lets it fly. That'll hit the back of the iron. Rebound by Nunn. Morgan Park not afraid to run. Nunn just missed Tammy Russell.
Oh, she almost had the long flight pattern touchdown.
I've been really impressed by Morgan Park's. Well, you know, you would think it's almost counterintuitive to try and run against Whitney Young, but anytime they got the opportunity, they tried to move the ball off the floor. Pull a 12-footer off glass, and that's pull it by Lene Harper.
Anytime you leave Lene Harper open at the elbow, Jim, you're asking for trouble.
The lead is back to 6. Harper has 8 points in the game. Jenkins put it in the corner. Travel, and another turnover on Morgan Park. And we're in a dangerous area of the game right now for Morgan Park. They've turned it over. They've missed some shots. Whitney Young leading by 6, and they'll have the ball.
The one thing Morgan Park will have to do is slow down. They were able to tie this ball game up. Now they're getting excited. They looked at the scoreboard. They got excited. All right, great entry pass.
Sydney Snower got it inside. Hillsman got double teamed. She got rid of it. Snower, good three-point shooter, hit the back of the iron. That was no good. And the ball goes into the backcourt. No backcourt violation, but a turnover. Graves on Snower. Graves cuts in through the contact. These Morgan Park players are not afraid to drive to the basket.
No, they are going to attack, attack. That has been their game plan tonight. You want to do just attack. Here it is again, just jump right inside the passing lane, and she's just going to attack the basket. And notice, she's the one that initiates the contact. She does a great job with that left shoulder initiating the contact.
Graves gets that one to go in. Goodman checks back in for Morgan Park. Tristan Anderson will go to the bench. They can keep it around no more than a 4-point deficit. I think Morgan Park's in pretty good shape. So Whitney Young can put a lot of points on the board in just 2 minutes. Got a little tall for Lloyd. And Kendall Nunn, she was really caught in no woman's land there, because do you go after the ball or do you play D? And she kind of decided to do a little bit of both, and she picks up her second foul of the game.
Right, here it is again, right to your living room. What did she decide to do? And with the little hip check, do you play D or do you go after the basketball? Good point, Jim. She did a little bit of both.
Lloyd is on the line. 2 out of 4 in the game from the strike. Hits the free throw and makes it a 6-point game. Corey Irvin's team, they're working hard. They're just running into a team that is very committed to the plan so far today.
Knowing Corey as well as I know her, I would hate to be in that locker room at halftime.
Goodman with the basketball. And Morgan Park down by 7. 1:47 to go.
Whitney Young dropped back into his own.
Off the screen. 3-pointer on the way. That won't go good. Rebound underneath. Put back up. And it won't go again. Dunn had the ball in her hands for a second. Goodman got it. Throws up a bit. That's good.
Smaller lady Mustang dominating that time, Jim, on the offensive boards.
The margin is 5. 1:19 to go. Morgan Park again getting a hand of the basketball. Here comes Goodman. Little bounce pass. And that'll count. Goodman with the bucket. All sorts of bodies all over the floor. Morgan Park continued out, and now they're down by 3.
Boy, look at Graves, though. What a pass by Graves as she was going down.
Down the lane. What a drive by Lene Harper. She's in double digits.
When you need a basket, you better give it to your superstar.
The pace picking up. Nunn, 4-3, wide open, that one off the front of the iron. Lloyd got the rebound. Here comes Janae Thompson. Sure looked like she got a dribble, didn't it, Kenny?
Oh, I thought she did.
Score from the corner, knocks down a 3.
That's why she's in there. Score is their best 3-point shooter.
And after Morgan Park had crawled back close, all of a sudden it's an 8-point margin. Morgan Park will back it down and go for the final shot. Kiara Graves got rid of it. And Mel Jenkins will give it right back. You want Kendall to have the basketball here, and now she has it. dish to the basket. Tammy Russell had a shot blocked by Hillsman. At the buzzer, a little short. And Whitney Young with a flurry.